The Insta360 X5 is now just over 2 months old. I think there's hardly anyone who doubts that the X5 is currently the best 360 camera on the market. Nevertheless, some users have been asking for a few additional features and accessories for quite some time. And with today's update, firmware version 1.3, 5 new features have been added that actually fulfill some of these user requests. And I have to admit, some of the new features are important and extremely useful. Others are related to new accessories. But let's take a step-by-step look at the new features in detail. Just for the sake of completeness, you need to make sure that not only the firmware is up to date, but also the Insta360 smartphone app and possibly the Studio app. The firmware update is then extremely easy. Simply connect the camera to the Insta360 app, and the app will immediately notify you that a new firmware is available. Now you just need to follow the instructions. I mentioned 5 new features. The first feature, and certainly one of the most important, is adaptive tone. What is it all about? It's not that easy to explain. A 360 camera captures images with both lenses simultaneously. The lighting conditions on either side of the lenses can vary greatly. For example, the sun could be shining directly on one side, or only one side could be very dark. Since both images are then combined into a single image and have to match, it is not easy to find the optimal exposure settings. I noticed that the recordings of the X5, but also of the X4, sometimes have significantly less contrast and are often slightly brighter than those of other non-360 cameras. This sometimes makes the shots appear a little flat. Adaptive tone not only enables improved dynamic range, the app can also readjust the exposure when reframing and change it depending on the perspective, improving the exposure, color and contrast. Put simply, you could say that the image quality is significantly improved, especially in difficult lighting conditions. I think this is a cool and important feature, and as you can see here, the shots look rich in contrast and good. But the feature also has disadvantages. Adaptive tone is currently only available in 8K 30 and in 5.7K 30 with HDR turned on, and also in pure video mode, but it's not available at higher frame rates. In addition, adaptive tone is a feature that requires a lot of processing power. This can lead to reduced battery life and faster heating of the camera. That said, it's interesting that the feature is available in the pure video mode. And the second new feature also has to do with the pure video mode. As you probably know, the pure video mode is suitable for shooting in low light conditions. It improves noise reduction and significantly improves the image quality in low light. But the pure video mode was previously only available in 360 mode and not in single lens mode. This means that for the best possible results in low light, you had to take a 360 recording in pure video mode. That has now changed, and in my opinion, this is also an extremely important change. The pure video mode is now also available in single lens mode, which enhances the use of the X5 in single lens mode. Here, for example, you can see a direct comparison between the X5 in single lens pure video mode and the DJI Action 5 Pro. You can see that both cameras perform very similarly. Sometimes the X5 shot even looks a little better. That's pretty impressive, considering that the X5 is primarily a 360 camera. In any case, this is a very useful new feature. Earlier, I mentioned that the new feature adaptive tone can reduce battery life. However, Insta360 has also worked on the overall battery life. This has now been improved with the new firmware and enables a longer recording time of approximately 5 to 6% in 8K 30. As you may know, the X5 has an endurance mode that suppresses certain functions, allowing for an even longer runtime. But this endurance mode was previously only available in 5.7K. That has now changed. The new endurance mode can also be activated in 8K, resulting in a significantly longer runtime. But that's not all. The new firmware also supports a new Ultra battery with 2800 mAh. According to Insta360, the new Ultra battery enables a longer recording time of up to 18%. The orange edge distinguishes it from the standard battery. It's scheduled to be released tomorrow, July 11th. But the new battery isn't the only new accessory supported by the X5. Advanced filmmakers among you will be particularly pleased. There is finally an ND filter set for the X5. This makes the X5 the first 360 camera to also support ND filters. With ND filters, you can control the shutter speed to create more motion blur and a more cinematic look. I know that many of you have been wanting ND filters for a 360 camera for a long time, and as you can see, these filters look very futuristic and cool. I have the ND64 filters here, but haven't had enough time to test them yet. A detailed test will follow soon. There will also be ND16 and ND32 versions of the filters. The ND filters for the X5 are scheduled to be released on July 15th. And do you know this remote here? It's the GPS preview remote. It's also compatible with the X5. It's not just a remote. You can see a preview image from the camera, change most of the settings, wear it on your wrist like a watch, and it also captures the GPS data of your recording. You can then add this to your recording in post. This remote here is not new though. There is a new version. The new GPS preview remote contains several improvements. The most important is that it contains a high quality microphone which you can use to record the sound when vlogging, for example. The new remote can be attached like a microphone using a clip, but of course it can also be worn on a wrist like a watch or attached to a selfie stick. Unlike the old preview remote, it also supports voice control and twist to shoot, for example. This means you can start and stop recording by turning your wrist. And there's one more thing I'd like to add. I'm currently working on a detailed tutorial for underwater shooting with the X5. When filming underwater with the X5, it is extremely difficult to find the optimal white balance. The Aquavision feature corrects and adjusts the colors in the app. The new firmware now supports a new, improved version of Aquavision. With Aquavision 3, the colors of underwater shots should now be corrected even better. Different color filters are also suggested depending on the environment. Aquavision 3 will be available from July 11th. Well, as you can see, there are a whole host of new features for the X5. What is the most important update or accessory for you? I'd be really interested to know, so let me know in the comments. Personally, I find adaptive tone and pure video in single lens mode very useful. As said, a test of all new accessories will follow soon. The X5 as well as some of the best accessories are currently still on sale. Check out the links in the video description if you're interested. And don't miss the underwater tutorial for the X5, where I'll be giving some extremely useful tips. Give me a like as feedback if you found this video interesting, stay tuned and see you next time.